We all woke up to these numbers this morning. What about whether Biden should withdraw from the race? This was before the headlines even started coming in of the day. And a lot of people were focused on the fact that 65% of Democrats said he should drop out. The other demographics by age. Keep an eye on the black vote, which is about 50-50. But again, this is all among Democrats for Biden. Then we start to get the headlines. Adam Schiff says he should drop out. There's reports about Chuck Schumer having a conversation. Of course, Biden's COVID diagnosis coming late in the day. What is this really about? Battleground states. Forget all the numbers nationally. If Biden is going to win this race, or any Democrat, they have to win these three: Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. Biden did it last time by 3, a half a point, 1%, respectively. Now, in our average of the polling from DDHQ, Trump is up in all three, but Michigan and Wisconsin are, for all intents and purposes, tied. I think the number a lot of people are highlighting is this one: Trump +4 in Pennsylvania. Can't do it if Biden's going to win. Let me end on this. Let's switch our view and we'll talk about it. I've been looking at some of the prediction markets. I don't know, what they're worth as we look at our predictive map here of things. But I'll tell you, Biden was given a 70% chance or so of being the Democratic nominee 24 hours ago. Some of these prediction markets, he's under 40 as we're speaking right now. So again, the easy math on this: Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. That's your Biden path to victory. That's what's going to put Biden over the top. So if he turns those three blue, your math on it goes to 270 even. See that? That's it. We reset the map. The path for Trump is so much wider. I mean, he doesn't even have to start winning swing states, but if he does in Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada, maybe you expand the map. People are talking about Virginia. What if that goes red? People are talking about Minnesota. What if that goes red? There's been talk about New Hampshire even. Like, look where the numbers go already. That's why you're hearing some Republicans talk electoral landslide, because I'm almost at 300 votes here and haven't even colored in these states, the big three: Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. That gets you to 339. It may not happen. We'll reset the map here, but it's not outlandish. That's the point. And with all the headlines of the day, again, the odds of who Donald Trump's opponent is going to be seem to be changing by the hour once again.
Yeah.
Of that analysis, what do you emphasize the most, Stirewalt?
They don't change. The numbers just don't change. Joe Biden gave a debate performance that was disqualifying. It was atrocious. It was a disaster. He lost 3 points, got him back. Donald Trump, assassination attempt, gets shot through the ear. What's going to happen? Well, a little polling comes back, doesn't change. We have the first repeat election since 1956. These candidates are both very well known. They're both substantially disliked. They do not face a welcoming electorate where there's a lot of room for movement. And we're kind of stuck. But where we're stuck is really good for Republicans. This is an election that Republicans win 4 out of 5 times. If you run what Connell's talking about, you run that simulation, Republicans are going to win that 4 out of 5 times. Democrats need the race to change to improve their chances.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to NewsNationNow.com, NewsNationNow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.